Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, so we're diving straight into the high-stakes, chronological journey of a hardcore gamer trapped inside his favorite RPG. But get this, he's not the overpowered hero. Instead, he wakes up as the absolute weakest prince in the brutally unforgiving demon realm. It's a story packed with insane strategy, sudden power-ups, and raw survival. Let's get right into it.
Seriously, ask yourself, what would you do if you woke up as a level 1 character in a world literally designed to kill you? Our protagonist is a total gaming addict who knows the lore inside and out. But suddenly, he loads into the body of Shutra, the 14-year-old ninth prince of the demon realm. We're talking zero usable skills, absolutely pathetic stats, and a terrifying deadline hanging over his head.
And oh man, this ticking clock is brutal. Shutra awakens in the year 512, but because of his meta-knowledge, he knows that in exactly 5 years, in 517, the infamous Day of the Massacre goes down. That's when his older, immensely powerful brother Zephyr just slaughters all the royal siblings to claim the throne. So Shutra has exactly 5 years to defy fate and get strong enough to survive. Starting out, the odds are just completely stacked against him. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. Shutra begins at a pathetic level 1, with all his base stats sitting at a mere 5. To put that into perspective, even standard run-of-the-mill NPCs start with base stats of 10. He is completely outmatched. But he spots a hidden edge in his status window, a unique skill called Protagonist Setting Adjustment. Now, he just needs to figure out how to trigger it.
Well, he doesn't get much time to think, because he's immediately thrust into the middle of the Red Thunder Orc Rebellion. Surrounded by real blood, visceral combat, and actual death, Shutra totally panics. He trips over a rock in pure terror, actually loses health points, and frantically searches for a logout button. That's when the horrifying realization hits him. There's no exit. This isn't a game anymore. The fear is real, the pain is real, and if he dies here, it's game over for good.
But right when he's pushed to the absolute brink of death by a magic attack, something incredible happens. He's pulled into a void, meets a mysterious goddess, and she just tells him to conquer. Boom. He awakens a legendary unrecorded class, the Knight of Conquest. This massive golden light erupts from him, buffing his allied green orcs, especially his loyal guard Carrick. It literally turns them into unstoppable juggernauts, completely flipping the tide of the battle.
But Shutra's true advantage? It's how his power actually scales. He discovers this insane, rapid skill-copying mechanic. Basically, by literally taking hits and experiencing attacks firsthand, he instantly learns them. So, just by surviving attacks, he picks up telekinesis, basic swordsmanship, and even the foundations of aura. His growth potential just snowballs far beyond anyone else in the entire realm.
Now, realizing he absolutely cannot survive the impending massacre alone, Shutra starts forging some strategic alliances. He begins with his incredibly powerful lycanthrope siblings, the 7th Prince Chris and the 8th Princess Caitlin. Using his encyclopedic metagame knowledge, he guides them straight to a hidden dwarven portal. He proves his worth not with brute strength, but through unmatched tactical insight.
Using this portal, he orchestrates a brilliant 3-step sneak attack on the Red Orcs' rear supply lines. Step 1. Teleport behind enemy lines. Step 2. Destroy their food supplies to completely cripple them. And Step 3. Rescue any hostages. This flawless strategy doesn't just earn the deep trust of his siblings, it also catches the eye of the formidable General Vandal, a key ally Shutra desperately wants to recruit before his evil brother Zephyr can get to him.
During the chaotic raid on the enemy camp, things get deeply personal. Shutra finds out that the 6th princess, Felicia Doomblade, is actually being held captive there. Risking everything, he charges right in to rescue his half-sister. And in this crazy, heart-stopping moment, he actually takes a deadly spear straight through the chest to protect her, dropping his health to critical levels.
But hey, this near-death sacrifice pays off massively. Felicia, who happens to be a genius mage, frantically uses her magic to heal him, and thanks to his unique skill-copying ability, the exact moment she casts her spells on him, he automatically acquires them. He instantly learns Fire Arrow, Heal, Cure Poison, and Cure Disease. This adds devastating magical damage and huge utility to his rapidly growing arsenal. And this new magic is immediately put to the test. Trapped in a cave by a terrifying, mutated blood ogre, Shutra has to think fast. He uses his King's Banner skill to channel a massive golden power buff right into his loyal orc, Carrick. By combining Carrick's newly enhanced brute strength with Felicia's concentrated magical blasts, they managed to bring the giant beast down in the spectacular display of teamwork.
Moving into the next phase of the war, the Allied army gets caught in a devastating trap. So Shutra really has no choice but to lead a desperate, high-risk mission deep into these 1,500-year-old ruins. Their goal? To find the legendary thunder-birthing anvil, an ancient dwarven relic literally capable of wiping out entire armies.
Of course, finding it is one thing, claiming it is another story entirely. When they activate the anvil, a massive blast of violet energy engulfs Shutra, testing his very soul. The voice of the ancient earth dragon, Enkidu, booms in his mind. This is a trial for those unworthy to touch the anvil. Conquer. And guess what? Shutra dominates the trial. He carves the true meaning of conquest into his mind and takes full control of the artifact's immense power.
Now, wielding the dark, crackling power of the Thunderhammer connected to the anvil, Shutra executes a devastating counterattack. He uses the violet energy to mind control the enemy's giant swamp mammoth, which, by the way, was the very beast destroying his allies. He turns it completely against the red orcs, crushing their forces from the inside out and instantly winning the war.
Let's just take a step back and look at this for a second. In just a matter of weeks, Shutra has completely transformed. He went from a terrified level 1 kid who tripped over a rock into a commanding knight of conquest. He's now a strategic warlord actively shifting the balance of power in the demon realm, leveling up exponentially, and building a fiercely loyal faction. And the rewards just keep coming. Deep inside the ruins' hidden treasure vault, he discovers the legendary Earthshaker Gauntlet. Now, despite system warnings screaming that his stats are too low, the artifact actually recognizes him as its master. It fuses directly with his arm, granting him a massive, game-changing power boost that perfectly complements his growing aura.
You'd think he'd take a break, right? Nope, he doesn't stop to rest. Under his sister Caitlyn's absolutely brutal training regime, Shutra endures weeks of relentless, bone-crushing combat. Step by step, he learns to channel his aura internally, surviving beating after beating, until he finally masters the lycanthrope's legendary S-rank martial art, the Beast God Fist. By combining the Beast God Fist with his unrelenting will to dominate, Shutra pushes his aura way past its breaking point. He actually unlocks the inner soul power of conquest, unleashing this terrifying blue and violet energy pillar into the night sky that literally shakes the earth. It even shocks his overpowered siblings.
Naturally, his newfound strength is immediately put to the ultimate test. A mysterious cloaked figure attacks their stronghold, using dark magic to revive an ancient, massive zombie dragon named Partisan. This forces Shutra into a catastrophic, base-destroying battle that is way above his current level, threatening to wipe out everyone he's worked so hard to protect.
Pushed to his absolute physical and magical limit, and honestly beaten unconscious by the undead horde, Shutra experiences a profound awakening. He fully synchronizes with a forest spirit Green Wind, which is actually a fragment of an elder dragon's soul. This merges directly with his system, awakening his dormant dragon blood and transforming him into a true dragoon surrounded by a blazing emerald aura. Channeling all this overwhelming new hybrid strength, Shutra leaps into the air and pulls the legendary, impossibly heavy spear Ascalon right out of the ground. With one single, devastating, explosive strike, he completely annihilates the zombie dragon Partisan. He earns the epic title of Dragon Slayer and saves his entire faction from certain death. So he returns to the Demon King's castle, and he is definitely not a weakling anymore. He's a total powerhouse. He has successfully united warring royal siblings from the Lycanthrope and Dark Elf factions under one banner. He's knighted his loyal orc Karak, and he's even earned the respect of the legendary reclusive Swordlord. He's built a true force that can actually rival his deadly older brothers.
Which leaves us with this absolutely incredible cliffhanger. To fully secure his faction's strength ahead of the coming massacre, Shutra has just accepted a full-strength duel with the massive General Vandal in exactly 5 days. So, what do you think? Can a 14-year-old gamer truly conquer the realm's strongest warrior in single combat? What's his strategy going to be? Well, that's all for this explainer, but the journey of conquest is just getting started.